That's what it is. Good fight.
All right, from two fighters who have fought their best, back to Steve Albert at ringside.
All right, thanks, Bertie. The always classy Mike McCallum right there offering up a rematch for Jeff Harding. So here at the Bismarck Civic Center in Bismarck, North Dakota, we just saw Mike McCallum defeat Jeff Harding via unanimous decision in our co-feature to capture the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship and dethrone Jeff Harding. Coming up next, the second half of our Light Heavyweight Championship doubleheader. As we are closing in on our main event, the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship, let's take you backstage into the dressing room of the champion Virgil Hill, who's making the 6th defense of his second WBA Light Heavyweight title, 17th defense overall. This is a rematch of about almost 2 years ago when Hill and Tate fought for the vacant title, with Hill controlling most of the contest and recapturing the championship via decision. And the man he defeated provides the opposition again tonight. Coming up next, our main event, WBA Light Heavyweight Champion Virgil Hill versus #1 contender Frank Tate, who hopes to avenge his 1992 loss to Hill in Virgil's backyard. Well, perhaps Hill versus Tate has destiny, but ironically, they didn't start out as adversaries. In fact, they crossed paths for the first time as teammates, representing the United States at the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. While both shared in the glory of that fabulous success story, Virgil Hill and Frank Tate went their separate ways. That is, until a fateful September night in 1992 when they met for the Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Now, when they look at each other, they see a rival, not a teammate. What do world champions Evander Holyfield, Pernell Whitaker, Mark Breland, and Meldrick Taylor have in common? They were all members of the 1984 Olympic boxing team, the most successful squad in the history of the games, winning 11 medals, 9 of them gold. On the team was Frank Tate, a flashy 19-year-old who many believed was as talented as any fighter on that squad. Less successful and often overlooked was a shy North Dakota native named Virgil Hill.
Frank had the gold medal. I had the silver medal. Frank was at Kronk, Jim. You know, he was in with all the good guys, you know, like with Breland and Tyrell Biggs and all those guys. I mean, he was in that group, you know, so I felt a little bit like an outcast. So, you know, I wanted my paybacks, so to speak.
And 8 years later, Hill did get his payback as he met Tate for the vacant WBA Light Heavyweight title. In front of his exuberant North Dakota fans, Hill, usually a patient counterpuncher, surprised Tate early with an aggressive attack.
Just our game plan. You know, that's what we had planned. That's what we had worked on, is come out and press the fight.
He was throwing elbows, and he was holding, trying to throw me around. But just, I guess it was a psychological thing on his behalf. He tried to psych himself up, to, you know, to show himself that he's the champion.
I do a lot of things. I might have stomped on his toe, you know, give him an elbow, shoulder, whatever. You know, I wanted that belt back, so I was willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Comfortably ahead, Hill may have gotten a little too overconfident in the 11th round.
I had my mouth open, you know, which is something you don't do if you're a fighter. And he caught me with a good shot.
I wasn't really trying to throw the uppercut to knock Virgil Hill out. I was just trying to throw the uppercut to get out so I won't be cornered. And they quiet. Despite cracking 2 molars, Hill survived the round and won the title.
WBA Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, Virgil.
I just wasn't psychologically into the fight. And I let Virgil Hill get away. It wasn't the fact that we was in Bismarck, because it doesn't matter to me. I could fight someone in their living room. It was just that Frank Tate wasn't psychologically ready for the fight.
How can you not mentally be ready to fight for the world championship? I don't know. I mean, did he take a courage pill or to heart or what? I don't know, you know. I don't know that there's anybody that I've ever fought that hasn't been mentally ready, you know, to win the world championship.
Tonight, these 2 former Olympic teammates and longtime rivals will once again meet in the ring for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship.
It was important for us to be aggressive at that time because Frank is a thinker. And we didn't give him time to think, you know, he would just throw anything, and that's what we had anticipated, and it worked out for the best. But I think that, you know, he's got a different game plan now, where, you know, our game plan has switched too.
This time I'm doing a lot of boxing and showing him a lot of different things that he didn't see in the first fight. But myself, I'm just going to go out there and show the people of Bismarck, myself, the people that work with me, that what should have happened the first time.
Yes, Frank Tate says tonight will be a different story. Let's get into styles right now. Ferdy Hill is a steady fighter, workman-like. Tate, known for his patience. Neither are really knockout artists. What do you expect in the rematch?
Well, I expect Virgil Hill to do what's won all these fights for him. He's a patient fighter, counterpuncher, thinking fighter, moving fighter. Some of his fights are track meets, and frankly, with all of his patience, sometimes get boring. But Tate has to come in and take command. Tate has to change things around at the beginning. Tate has to get him into a fight. If he can get him into a fight, as he did that last time, then we have a chance of seeing a very good fight, which is pretty even. If it's going to be a track meet, Virgil Hill is going to win.
Yeah, Tate told us he'll do whatever it takes. And if it takes being dirty like he thought Hill was in that first fight, he'll do that. We'll see. Now, we learned that Hill had a problem with his left hand in training, a tendon injury in his left thumb. He also had surgery on his left shoulder last year. Hill relies heavily on his left hook. Right now, let's take a look at Virgil Hill in training for this fight, and it certainly appears as if there are no visible signs, whatsoever that reflect any physical problems. Hill looks fine despite the recent history of hand and shoulder difficulty. But what about the possible effects of these injuries? Ferdy, is Hill 100%?
I think he is. I don't think the injuries have anything to do with his fight. The rotator is absolutely well. You saw how he punched and how he moved around in training. As far as the thumb, was a little tiny tear of the extensor tendon, which the doctors didn't even want to operate, didn't even want to fix that. It gets fixed on its own. I don't think there's anything to this. Both fighters are 100%. No excuses. Let them go out and see who wins the championship.
I think this crowd is 100% ready. You can hear them stomping in the background, and we'll take a look at the challenger, the top contender, Frank Tate, born in Detroit, Michigan, trained for the pros in Houston. The 29-year-old Tate, who turns 30 next month, comes in with a record of 34-3 with 20 knockouts. The former IBF middleweight champ, now 10-1 since moving up to the light heavyweight division in 1990 with his lone blemish, the decision loss to Virgil Hill for the title in '92. Frank Tate getting a second chance at Hill and a crack at a second world championship. Interesting garb being worn by Tate. Looks like a referee. Frank Tate, who won the IBF middleweight belt with a grueling 15-round decision over Michael Olajide in 1987, went 23-0 before his first loss, losing the title to Michael Nunn in '88. His only other setbacks to Lindell Holmes in '90, Virgil Hill in '92. Since that loss to Hill, Tate is 4-0, the last three via TKO. And here's the man they're waiting for, the champion, 30-year-old Virgil Hill, North Dakota's favorite son, fighting in this state for the 21st time, undefeated here. Many feel he's taken the easy way out by staging numerous bouts in his own backyard, and you can be sure this partisan crowd ready to erupt at the sight of his face. He's 38-1, 20 knockouts, lone defeat, decision to Tommy Hearns in '91. Far from this maddening crowd in Las Vegas, will Virgil Hill once again be safe at home? We'll find out. capacity crowd still on its feet in salute of their hero, Virgil Hill. The chants of Virgil, Virgil, ringing out. And Hill loves it. Let's check the numbers as we go to the tail of the tape. The two fighters almost a mirror image in terms of the breakdown. Hill is 30, Tate 29. Hill stands 6 feet in a quarter, Tate 5'11 3/4. Hill tipped the scales at 174.5, the same for Tate, and the reach nearly even as well. And to the WBA rules for this championship bout. 10-point mush system, 3 scoring judges, no standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the final round. So the Bismarck Civic Center here in Bismarck, North Dakota, the scene for our featured event, the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship. Virgil Hill and Frank Tate ready to get it on, set for the introductions. We go to our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, before our featured bout of the evening, at this time I'd like to ask you to rise for the singing of our national anthem. In the ring, presenting the colors, we have the Century High School Spirit of 76 and the Color Guard. And to lead us tonight, my pleasure to hand the microphone over to Katie Bowrood.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much to Katie Bowrood, and thanks to the Century High School Spirit of 76 and Color Guard, Tim Fogelrud, Director. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Bismarck Civic Center for the main event of the evening, the Battle on the Badlands, brought to you by Don King Productions in association with La Cerveza Más Fina Corona Beer. This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing and is sanctioned by the World Boxing Association, the president in the ring, Gilberto Mendoza, supervisor, Lydia Sanchez, along with the North Dakota State Athletic Commission, the Deputy Athletic Commissioner, Mary Feist. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Ben Newsham, Dr. Robert Oatfield, Dr. Tony Tello, timekeeper at the bell, Lois Seeley, keeping count of the knockdowns, Mick Sharash. Introducing the judges scoring this bout at ringside, Hubert Earl, Luis Rivera, and Julio Roldan. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, It's showtime! The WBA Light Heavyweight Championship of the World, scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing the referee in charge, working in this his 31st world title bout, Bernie Soto. Presenting to you first, ladies and gentlemen, is the challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing black and white striped trunks, hailing from Houston, Texas, by way of Detroit, Michigan. He weighed in at 174 1/2 pounds. His record includes 34 wins, 3 losses, with 20 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the #1 light heavyweight contender by the WBA. Please welcome tonight's challenger, introducing the 1984 Olympic gold medalist and former IBF middleweight champion of the world, Frank Tate. And his opponent across the ring on my right in the red corner, the defending champion, really needing no introduction to you, the fans. He enters the ring wearing black trunks with silver trim, hailing from and representing Bismarck, North Dakota. He weighed in the same weight of 174 1/2 pounds, and he enters the ring with a record of 38 wins, only 1 defeat, with 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the 1984 Olympic silver medalist and 2-time WBA light heavyweight champion of the world. Tonight, making his 17th defense of his title, please welcome the pride of North Dakota, known as Quicksilver. Introducing VIRGIL Hill. Once again, here's your referee in charge now to give instructions, Bernie Soto.
I gave you the instructions in the dressing room. I hope you obey my command. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
Final instructions from referee Bernie Soto, Virgil Hill, and Frank Tate, ready to square off for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship. Tate looking for revenge after the loss to Hill a few years ago. And here we go.
Just a minute. Just a minute. What for the bell?
Any second.
The bell.
Yes, that would help. The bell to signal the beginning of the fight. Tate told us yesterday he wasn't prepared for his first fight with Hill. The desire just wasn't there. He wasn't sharp. There was no snap in his punches. Now he says, I'm hungry. I paid the price. I'm in condition. In fact, the best shape in 5 years. He said he intends to throw a lot more punches, something he didn't do in the first fight. Hill was certainly the aggressor in that first fight, controlled the tempo, the pace for most of the fight, with the exception of the 11th round when he was nearly decked by a right uppercut by Frank Tate. But Tate thought he put Hill down and went into the neutral corner and didn't finish him off.
Well, Tate wanted to get into an early shootout. He doesn't want this guy to run on him, and Virgil Hill is obliging him just like he did in that first fight. They're just standing there close to each other, throwing hard punches, hard jabs.
Tate said he intended to start out fast, jump on Hill, keep the pressure on, do whatever it takes to win, even if that means fighting dirty. There seems to be a real animosity between these two men. Thursday's paper, Hill told a reporter, a local reporter, I didn't like him then and I don't like him now, talking about the '84 Olympics. They hung out with different people, and Hill thought Tate was hanging around with the important guys, the big guys, the Brelands, the Pitts, people like that.
He's hanging out with us. Oh, nice right hand by Tate. Wow, right on the mark. Hill weathered that one very well, but boy, did he run into a right hand. They're both jabbing equally hard. There's really a surprise in how hard Virgil Hill is fighting here. Virgil usually takes that first round off and walks around and is cool and picks apart the other opponent. Not now. They're standing there swapping hard jabs.
Hill known as a counterpuncher. Tate knows he's got to bring it here.
Tate ought to be licking his lips. This is what he wanted. He wanted to come in here and start fast. He wanted him to feel the power of his hands, and he's done that.
Yeah, but welcomes a war.
Yeah, but Virgil Hill hasn't backed away. Virgil Hill is still here, and he's punching just as hard as Tate. This is give and take of a high order here.
Many, including Tate, call Hill a one-armed fighter, that he only uses the left, but it's a quick and deceptive left hook. Hill with the left there, plunging left. Again with the left. Hill only has 2 knockouts in the last 3 years. He's a workmanlike fighter.
One wonders what he's waiting for with that right hand. He hasn't thrown it at all.
Whereas Tate's bread and butter punch is the right. There's the left by Hill. Again with the left. He refuses to use the right hand. Virgil Hill.
Tate is just waiting to time that jab. Twice he's thrown that right hand with a great deal of authority. Once he landed, once he missed. But boy, he's just waiting for that moment when that left hand comes in there.
Action-packed first round with some good exchanges as we head for the battle.
Just what you're doing, right? Keep doing what you're doing, right? Nice one. He's trying to come in.
Tate wanted to start fast. This is what you call a fast start. Whoa, there's that right hand. Just waiting for the left hand to come over so he can, and he finished off with a hook, which had he landed would have been destructive. And you see that the right hand, that's what he's been trying to time. But I must say, Virgil Hill landed an awful lot of right hands. I think he took that round because of his aggressive use of the left jab. He was both of them were giving and taking. That could have been an even round. I just gave it to Virgil Hill on his left hand.
Round 2. Frank Tate getting off to the quick start with the big right. He's not a knockout puncher. 20 knockouts and 34 wins. He has to put punches together. Works up the jab. In the first fight, Hill simply didn't let Tate get on track.
Well, it's a different Virgil Hill than I'm used to seeing. The only one fight he ever fought like this, he fought against this man Tate. They seem to really get it on when they fight each other.
Meanwhile, Tate feels he's better when his opponent comes after him, which was not the case in Hill-Tate 1. So we could be in for some fireworks here.
Well, if the first round is any indication, we're in for a good fight.
Virgil Hill again. Trying to press the attack. Hill somewhat of an enigma, guy who's held the title for over 5 years, never really had the big unification bouts. Pretty much sidestepped the huge threats, even though he's made 16 successful title defenses all time for the light heavyweight division.
Tate has calmed down somewhat. He got out of his let's get it on mood and started being cautious. Maybe he felt that left hand was being very effective on the part of Virgil Hill. He's gotten a distance away from it again.
And Virgil Hill looking to lose that gold tag in one fell swoop here tonight.
Well, there was nothing dull about that first round.
Yes, he's fought Tommy Hearns, his only defeat. Yes, he fought Bobby Ches back in '89 before Bobby really reached his peak. But no, he never fought Prince Charles Williams or Dennis Andres or Jeff Harding before he was just dethroned by Mike McCallum, or Michael Moore when he was a light heavyweight. When he left the nest to fight Hearns in Las Vegas in '91, we saw what happened. He was like a lost sheep. Fighting a legend, he throws. He didn't have the crowd roaring behind him. Different story here in Bismarck.
Well, here he is, a lion in his own den. The public is well behind him.
Oh, look out! Frank Tate. No knockdown.
No, that was a recoil. That was a recoil from his own punch. He got his legs tangled up. Had nothing to do. No one punched him to drive him back there.
Caressed his footing.
Correct call by Bernie Soto. He just didn't bother with. Oh, nice little punch. Ripping punch by Tate, and then a counter punch by Virgil Hill that drove back Tate.
So the action continues here in round 2. Final 30 seconds, and again, reeling into the ropes is Tate. That's the result of a punch. And Virgil Hill pouring it on.
This crowd going crazy. crazy. That was a punch. I don't think he was that badly hurt. He stumbled back. Wasn't that bad. Oh, nice right hand by Tate. Just planted it perfect.
And now left by Virgil Hill.
Big, strong showing by Virgil Hill again in the second round.
Listen, Frank. Listen to me. You got to step up, okay? Okay? You can't back up. Step up with the double jab, all right? A hard jab. Okay. Deep breath. How you feel, son? Good. You gonna be all right. Listen.
Let's take a look at the slip, which was just that. See, just slipping back. His cornerman McKinley is roaring mad, saying, you're not using the jab. Use the jab. Now let's look at the end of the round, which again was Virgil Hill. This was a straight good shot, and over goes, well, that was not much of a punch either. Goes Frank Tate. It didn't look like he was hurt. He landed good shots, but then Virgil Hill has really taken each round by his strength and his aggression. He is fighting like I've never seen him fight before. This is a different Virgil Hill.
Round 3. Virgil Hill looking to end this thing early. There's a pretty left jab by Hill, and Hill once again the aggressor and effectively.
Hill looking bad there, just reaching for a punch. He's lucky he didn't get gone. Lucky that Tate wasn't close enough to finish with a good right hand there because he was flailing as he came in. That's where you get hit.
Don't hit him.
I think the first few rounds certainly evidence that there is clearly nothing wrong with the left hand of Virgil Hill.
Well, Virgil Hill's got the adrenaline pumping inside of him. I mean, he's like a radiator just about ready to boil over. He's got so much energy right now.
And the additional support of this crowd.
He just seems irresistible right now, and Frank is not taking advantage of his carelessness. Frank Tate should be putting in some very hard counter punches as he comes in. He has missed them, and therefore Virgil is unscathed.
And again, as in the first fight, Hill not letting Tate get off with the right hand.
Oh, nice right hand, nice right hand, another nice right hand.
No knockdown, it was a slip as he unleashed the punch.
He had just nailed Virgil Hill with a good shot that looked like it stunned Hill for a moment, and then he went down and blew the whole opportunity as Hill got himself back together again. First really good shots by Frank Tate that seemed to be taking effect on Hill.
And Tate coming in with the mouth wide open.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah, he's got a huge mouthpiece. I'll tell you that. I've never seen a mouthpiece that big. I don't think it fits right.
Almost looks like he has difficulty holding it in the mouth.
It's too big. I mean, for a thing that's fitted, I'm just wondering about that.
Now, there's one thing you've never been accused of, having a small mouth.
Or keeping it close.
Round 3 continues. It has been a wild start to this fight.
Yeah, Virgil Hill accused of being dull. He certainly can't be accused of doing anything but making this a really dynamic. Oh,
hand by Frank Tate.
Nice right hand. If that had been a little bit lower, it went off the top of Virgil Hill's head, not down where it would have been a big damaging blow.
A glancing blow by Frank Tate with that right. Less than 30 seconds to go in this action-packed third.
Oh, boy, old Frank is getting stoked up now. Frank wants to get it on now. Again, this is getting really sloppy.
Yeah, using some bullying wrestling tactics as Frank Tate. Crowd reacting at everything. Final seconds of the third round.
Well, Tate has finally woken up, and he's had a good round for himself here.
Sit down. You had the motherfucker. You let him off the goddamn hook. You hear him? Step up, son. Double jab and let the right hand go. You had him, and you let him off the goddamn hook.
McKinley furious with Tate.
Fine.
And this little slip that we'll see here might have been the one that let Virgil off the hook. There's that right hand. Now look at Virgil. He doesn't react well. In comes Tate. Going again, and look, left his feet and landed on his face. That's an unfortunate thing. There's a difficulty. See how he's waving in the breeze, and he misses the punch and goes on his face. And look at the frustration.
Virgil Hill's knees, Ferdy, actually buckled after Tate's big punch, but then Tate fell. That's why he was so mad. He knew he hurt him, and that's why Stacy McKinley made Teddy Atlas look like Mother Teresa in that last sequence.
Yeah, he was a little vile, a little obscene, but you can't blame him. This is boxing. He's got to get the guy's attention. We just saw the wave. When's the last time you saw the wave?
Bringing it back here in Bismarck, North Dakota, a real throwback.
Well, these people are happy to be here tonight. This is a good championship fight with a hero fighting a good fight. Both men have now been stung, and both men are a little bit more cautious than they were when they open up these first 3 rounds.
Well, you know, oftentimes fighters hear about the co-feature, the undercard. Everybody was saying the McCallum-Harding fight was going to be the big fight. These guys don't want to be upstage. They're showing it right here. Everybody came in thinking this is going to be a boring fight.
It's anything but boring.
Yes, sir.
First fight was good. This is getting better.
Mike McCallum, unanimous decision over Jeff Harding. And we just got the scorecards earlier, and some of those judges had it a lot closer than we thought it was.
Yeah, one had it by 4, one 3 by 2, and 1 by 2. I really didn't think it was that much.
Questionable.
Well, he won. That's the only thing he did.
And he's the new champ. Meanwhile, Frank Tate trying to take the championship away from hometown hero Virgil Hill here in round 4. And it has been a terrific start to this fight.
Both men have been stunned and fought and gotten the feel of each other's wrath, and they're a little cautious. All of a sudden, it settled down to what we expected, somewhat of a chess game right now.
And Tate just missed with that big right hand. Hill waiting for his opening, continues to lunge with the left. He just won't use the right. But he's been effective nonetheless thus far. Frank Tate letting Hill off the hook early.
This is the kind of posing that we were expecting from this fight, and this is the first time they did it.
Now things are quieting down considerably after the heated action earlier. Again, a glancing blow right off the top of Hill's head by Tate. If he connects with one of those, Ferdy, who knows? Just missing. Oh, what a left hand, and Tate says, I'm okay, which is usually a sign that he is hurt.
And there was a low blow before that series started. Well, somebody's got to do something to win this round, because right now, neither one have done anything to it.
A trickle of blood along the left eye, the left corner of Frank Tate's left eye. Final seconds of round 4. And they don't let up.
Look, we're working good, okay? We're working good, all right? But Frank, start to putting some power on that jab. Give me some water. Big breath. Frank, we got to win this title, son. We got to win this title. Big breath. You can win this title, Frank. Okay? That's right.
Oh, well, working, man. Come on. Double the jab.
Big breath.
All right, just like you done cook. Just like
Frank,
you done cook.
you got to step up, shoot the right hand at the throat. Shoot the right hand at his throat, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Look.
Maybe I be going to your left.
Don't give him time. That's all it is.
All right.
Don't give him time. Your head has got to be coming off the line, bro. Okay? All right? I want constant movement. I don't want some pressure this time. I want you to go out there and remind him how he lost the first one. All right? You might think this. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Come on, champ.
What a contrast to the two corners. They're going, well, very animated in the Frank Tate corner, very calm and cool in the Virgil Hill corner as we begin round 5.
That could be because it appears Virgil Hill might have a slight edge here, and the Tate people want to get started, want to get that edge going. They're aware that they're in the hometown here. Virgil Hill fights much better here than he does anyplace else, so they want to get an edge going. They haven't got it yet.
Tate trying to load up on his right, as it appeared to us. Is that a good strategy? He hurt Hill in round 3, but Virgil throwing more jabs for him.
That's what he likes to do. He knows he's calling Quicksilver because of the jab. Here comes Tate with a variety of punches. That builds up points.
All right, that's enough, Buncher. That's
Yes,
enough.
it is a quick and deceptive jab. He also has a very good left hook, as we have seen here tonight. Talking about Hill. Right hand by Tate, but partially blocked, deflected by Hill.
Oh, that's a nervous thing he does with his mouthpiece. It's almost out.
Notice that back at around the second round.
Tate left his feet on a hook like that. If he gets hit while he left his feet, he will be flattened. As it was, he's hit the canvas already.
There's that nice left jab again by Virgil Hill. He got him twice. And again, the mouth of Tate wide open with that big mouthpiece protruding.
Come on, let's go. Fight it out.
If that's a nervous habit, it's a bad one.
Good slip there by Tate.
Tate is not playing a waiting game. He waits for Virgil to make his move and tries to rip a right hand, either to the body or over the left jab. He is not initiating the action. Watch these. Every time they go into a set piece, he waits for Virgil. There you go.
Well, that is definitely a good left. And then a wild miss by Hill. That is definitely one of the trademarks of Tate. Patience is a virtue to Frank Tate. He learned that from fishing, believe it or not. And he carried it over into his boxing career. That mouthpiece really looks like an annoying problem. I don't know if it's a bad habit or what.
It's hard to believe a guy gets to this level and hasn't got a fitted mouthpiece that's perfectly comfortable for him.
Usually that's the sign of weariness in a fighter, but he can't be tired this early.
It's a nervous thing. It's a nervous thing, and that's not right. See, you're almost close.
Just notice. Again, a little trickle of blood, left eye. Left corner of the left eye of Frank Tate. They attended to it in the corner earlier. Tate says, you didn't get me with that one. Wild miss by Tate. Tate comes back with a left block.
I believe his corner is going to have to start telling him, son, you better go first. If you don't get off first, this guy's winning the rounds. So he's got to start first. Keeps letting Virgil initiate the action.
Billy, 13-5 favorite to retain his title. It's the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship. Virgil Hill has owned it on and off for over 5 years. As we head for the bell. Round 5.
Two rather uneventful rounds.
That's what I'm talking about. You just got done showing the whole world what you can do. Beautiful boxing. You look good.
How you feel, champ? You look good. All right? Can you give me another round like that?
That's right.
Keep that chin in the pocket, right? All right? Keep your hands up, keep moving in, moving out, picking them apart. All right?
A little more.
And your right hand is working. It's working, all right?
Hang on.
Nice and
They're
relaxed.
satisfied there. That's the all goatee corner. It's the first time I've seen everybody have a goatee, including
You damn right you did. You want it big. Beautiful, beautiful. You show him who's boss.
Come on, champ. Nice deep breath.
You know, if this guy keeps leaving, Tate keeps leaving. Let's watch this. Watch his feet when he fights. Look at that. He almost did a pirouette. I mean, you can't do that and expect to keep your feet or not get nailed. If you get nailed when you're up in the air, there's no way to take the punch. And down you go.
Okay? We need this goddamn round.
All right.
Here we go, round 6. Yeah, that could be a problem. Really off-balance move.
McKinley's got to be exhorting his fighter to be first, to get active. He can't just wait. He may be patient, but he'll be patient and not have the championship when he walks out of here. He's got to go out and get the championship.
Well, Freddie, a few years ago, Hill said he took this championship for granted. He's certainly not fighting that way tonight. All of his wins in Bismarck, but the loss to Tommy Hearns really woke him up, really shook Virgil Hill up. Hill lost the title to Hearns in '91. Then Hearns lost the title to Iran Barkley, who vacated the belt to move down in weight. Then Hill fought Tate for the vacant title a few years ago and won it back.
Do you mind saying that again? They got lost that one.
Oh, and Virgil Hill, no knockdown, a slip, says the referee, Bernie Soto.
Well, a lot of people are going down here. I mean, something wrong with the law of gravity here in Bismarck? People are going down all over this place.
Tate going down a couple of times earlier, but no knockdown.
Still no drive, still no aggression from the part of Frank Tate. He's receiving, he's waiting for the attack.
And he said that He had no hunger, no desire in the first fight, but it's all there now. But he's not displaying it thus far. Good left jab again by Hill, looking very sharp.
Hill looking good. He's looking like the champion who's won a record number of wins and is confident that this type of fight will carry him to another win.
He has the most successful title defenses in the light heavyweight division, 16. Even more than the legendary Bob Foster. Final minute of round 6. The crowd in rhythmic applause, trying to provide a lift for Virgil Hill.
Virgil Hill fighting a virtually left-handed fight. Certainly not a balanced attack. Certainly not, body shots are not flying.
Tate could be in trouble. He's run. He has been wobbled.
That's what that right hand was. He was waiting to throw it, and he nailed him with the right. A perfect right hand.
Less than 30 seconds. Frank Tate groggy. Hill showing patience, but a heavy right by Tate.
Tate is just waving in the breeze. He's waiting to be knocked out, and Hill won't do it.
Is Hill letting Tate off the hook? 10 seconds to go in the round.
He is waving in the breeze. Oh, one good shot will get him down.
Where's the left now by Hill? There it is. But Tate survived.
Be careful that uppercut.
You know how you got hit? Because you ain't busy. Just hold it. Listen, this is what I want you to do, okay? Okay? Deep breath. Real deep breath.
Good. Open no more
Get an
water.
ice pack. Get an ice pack. Deep breath. Come on, Frank. You all right? Now listen.
Now let's take a look. That right hand, we've been wondering what he's waiting for. That's what he's waiting for. Look at him wave in the breeze. Every synapse and neuron is jangling in his head. Boy, I mean, Tate is just about gone. If Virgil Hill had decided to attack in a cool manner, he would have put him away here. Interesting that a man with that much experience as Virgil Hill could not put away a man that was virtually gone.
Earlier, Tate let Hill off the hook. In the last round, it was the champion Hill who let Tate off the hook. We enter round 7.
Well, if he was cautious before, he has double the reason to be cautious now, has Tate, because he has felt the sting of the champion Virgil Hill, and it almost put him out of here.
A little trickle of blood from the right nostril of Frank Tate. Why couldn't Virgil Hill finish Frank Tate off in that last round? He had him.
He had him, and it's midway through the fight. He can't be tired, so it was just a little over-aggressive, a little over-eager, and he didn't do it.
Without things settling down.
Well, Virgil Hill's got too much experience to come out here and think he can pick up where he left off. He knows he's got to reset, he's got to get started, but he does have the confidence of knowing he can knock this guy out. He's got the punch. He knows that. And Frank Tate knows that he can't be knocked out because he was just about gone.
Virgil Hill only 2 knockouts in the last 3 years. Meanwhile, Frank Tate, 20 knockouts and 34 wins. Neither fighter a knockout artist. Frank Tate's front dripping wet. Soaked. Virgil Hill bobbing and weaving. There's that left jab by Hill, trying to follow it up. Right hand by Tate, but it didn't have full impact.
Now, that was the equivalent of the other, but it didn't have the effect on Virgil. But that's exactly what happened to him in reverse. Again and again, we see them set up. Again and again, we see Virgil Hill first.
Virgil Hill dictating the pace as he did in the first fight, but a lot more aggressive than in the first fight.
He's getting close. A lot of feinting going on there.
Waiting for the window of opportunity.
But certainly Tate isn't coming in to dictate the fight or contest it. He's falling back.
There's that left jab by Virgil Hill. Once again, the nod of approval by Tate, which means he got stunned.
This is getting outthought and outfought right now.
Yes, being outsmarted and outstrengthed by Virgil Hill as well.
Look at that movement on the part of Hill. That's the one thing that nobody can criticize him for. He's got legs, this guy. He can move.
Step back, step back, step back, Bert.
Wild miss on the uppercut by Tate and Virgil Hill. And Tate continued to go at it after the bell. So here at the Bismarck Civic Center in Bismarck, North Dakota, let's show you what it's like outside the Civic Center. Beautiful night. Temperature in the 70s, very calm. It's invigorating to be out here in America's heartland. Beautiful sight. And back inside to a near capacity crowd at the Civic Center in Bismarck, the home of Virgil Hill. And they have been exhorting their champion on all night long.
Get that head up, start breathing. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Get it up. Get it up. All right. There you go. Okay.
Keep them hands up for me, all right, guys? Just keep them hands up. All we got to be concerned about is an overhand right. That's all we're trying
Too many
to do.
goatees
Right
talking in
hand.
the corner. All three of them talking at the same time. That's bad.
Give him a shot of water. Come on, come on.
But on the other hand, he's winning handily.
You can win it if you fight. 10 seconds are out. You got to go up the double jab, right hand, and hook behind it.
And here we go into round number 8. Scheduled for 12 for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship. It has been action-packed, but Virgil Hill has done most of the damage. A lot of gunk over the left eye now of Frank Tate. You noticed that, Chris?
Yeah, I'm surprised that Bernie Soto hasn't stopped it and made him wipe it off, because that can get in his eye and be trouble.
Wild miss there off the right by Tate.
Sense a little bit of desperation on the part of Tate. He's now putting harder punches and starting first. They got to get that glob of stuff off his eye. Look at that.
I'm really surprised it's not being stopped. That is a lot.
I am surprised that Bernie Soto usually is very good at that. A couple of punches will get it off. In the meantime, he could get in the eye, and then he can't see well.
That could be very damaging. It could backfire on him. Bernie Soto, a barber from Miami who used to do 30's hair. Bernie, I advise you not to say anything bad about him.
Since I no longer have any hair to cut,
Yeah.
I am in no danger.
He's not Don King's barber.
Okay.
Hill looking for the opening. Well, what a target that provides there.
Yeah, it almost draws your glove to it. It's almost like, hit me right here.
And he just did. What a glancing blow. That time he connected Virgil Hill, and he followed up with the right. Tate shakes his head. No.
He shakes his head no, but he's not doing anything affirmative.
Tate landed again to the head. And again, or I should say Hill. And Hill with a big left hand that pushed Tate's head back. You get the feeling that Tate is just ready to go. He's not doing anything offensively.
Yeah, he is in a survival mode. He's not here to win the fight. He's here to survive this. He's not doing anything to Tate. I mean, to Virgil Hill, and Virgil seems very comfortable.
Hill, the effective aggressor, throughout. He had Tate in dire trouble a few rounds ago, but let him off the hook in the final seconds. Beautiful shotgun jab by Virgil Hill. Tate finally showing some offense, but Hill coming back with a combination. Little foot movement, some dance work by Virgil Hill. That gets the crowd going.
question, Frank Tate is just playing a waiting game, waiting to catch him, and traps coming in, and Virgil will not fall into the trap.
Sit down. All right, you started winning. We got to win these next 4 rounds, son. Listen, all you got to do is fight, baby. You can win this fight, but you got to win these 4 rounds big. You understand?
Okay.
All right, deep breath. All right.
Fighting. I like that.
Okay.
Relax. I'll work with him.
And you got to go to work. We ain't got nothing. Frank, we got everything to gain, nothing to lose, okay?
All right.
You want to be champion?
Yeah, baby.
Then you got to go out there and take the title.
Let's take a look at what I think is winning the fight for Virgil Hill. That jab right there. Look at the way he spun his head around. I mean, if he was close enough to land a right hand after that, let's watch it again. Bang, look at the way his head goes all the way back. That's big punch, big points. I mean, it's now gotten to the point where Virgil Hill is beginning to coast on these rounds. He's doing the fighting, he's winning, and Tate has not. Come on, let's listen.
How's your stomach feeling?
Beautiful. Let's do it.
Hands up, champ, all right?
And it's round 9. What a beautiful jab exhibited by Virgil Hill all night long, particularly in that last round as we saw in the replay.
McKinley exhorting Frank Tate. He must take these last 4 rounds, and I agree with him there. I got Virgil Hill way ahead, 79-73, but I gave that a 10-8 round when he almost got him in trouble because he was so out of it. Just needed one little bit more. That was a big pummeling he took in that round. Either way, 10-8 or 10-9, Virgil Hill is comfortably in front. But there's 4 rounds to go, folks, and this is a guy that can punch Tate, so let's see.
Well, if Frank Tate is waiting to pull something off here, he doesn't have much time left. Whoa, right hand there, but he's blocked by Virgil Hill, who kind of shrugs his shoulders, says, "Is that all you got?"
Yeah, because up to this point, Frank is always agreeing or nodding his head. He's having a silent conversation with Virgil Hill, who hadn't done anything but punch Tate silly with a jab.
Hill answering with his fists.
Yeah.
Not verbally. Hill confidently moving in. There's the left jab by Hill. Again, it pushed Tate's head back. That is some jab. Power behind it. Right hand by Tate.
That's what he needs. He needs one of those to turn this fight around. He's certainly a gambler. He's waiting for it to land.
But the effective left jab, it's been working all night, so he continues. Why not? Virgil Hill.
And Virgil Hill left his feet that time. This is an aircraft carrier fight. Everybody's leaving the deck here.
Tate just cannot solve the jab of Virgil Hill.
And he doesn't seem to have an idea of how to block it. He's too good a fighter for this. I mean, you know, you're talking about a quality fighter to Tate. For him to be getting hit this many left jabs is awesome.
Frank Tate, the former IBF middleweight champion, #1 rated light heavyweight contender. Went 23-0 before his first loss. His only 3 losses to Michael Nunn, Lindell Holmes, and Virgil Hill in '92.
Several low blows there, but not within sight of the referee, Bernie Silver. Just let it go.
Tate wobbled a little bit there. Tate 10-1 since moving up to light heavyweight, but has seemingly met his match here in Virgil Hill. Hill unloading with the right, but it missed. Here's a rarity. The crowd again exhorting Hill. Hill, nice body attack by Virgil. Going to the chest with the left.
Look, man, you ain't doing shit. You done quit fighting. You ain't fighting, you done quit. You hell, you ain't, you done quit, goddammit.
You gotta be first.
You done quit fighting. You can't walk around the ring like that and win no title. You're doing all that talking, just back it up now. I told you to shoot the double jab, shoot the right hand, and come back to left hook. The guy done took the play away from you, okay?
Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up.
Gotta wake up, Frank. Wake up. No.
You done quit, Frank. You done quit. That's what you done done. Wake up. Take a deep breath. And you got to wake up. You can win this fight. Do you want to win the fight, son?
Yeah.
But then you better wake the fuck up.
Come on, baby.
Well, let's go to work, goddammit. Let's go to work, you hear? Okay, baby. Now wake up. Wake up.
Side hit. Go ahead.
The biggest assault of the night administered by Stacy McKinley, telling Frank Tate, you quit.
Hey, wants him to get started, do something, go forward. I mean, you've got to wake this fighter up. He's being lulled by that left jab. He's just being lulled by it. He must be the aggressor.
And Ferdy, the left eye of Frank Tate continues to be a problem. It looked like it was almost closed there as we peered in on him in the corner.
He's getting hit with an awful lot of left hands, and they're putting that gunk on him ahead of time, and I'm not sure that they're not hurting him by putting too much on there.
Bill Benton in there as the cut man. Frank Tate being nailed with that left hand by Virgil Hill. Tate stopped throwing the right hand that was so effective earlier. He's just not. There's the right hand by Tate. Finally,
he assaulted, he led, and he landed the right hand. But up to this point, he's been receiving.
And Hill coming back. Stacy McKinley just lacing into Frank Tate to try to get him untracked.
He knows he's lost the last 4 rounds straight, and he's got to come back. He's got to get him awake.
Round 10.
The worst thing you can tell a fighter is you've quit. You're quitting. You might as well just pack up and go home. Especially a quality fighter like Tate must come in.
Shades of you're blowing it, son. Angelo Dundee.
And the new Angelo Dundee, Teddy Atlas.
Halfway through the 10th, right hand by Virgil Hill. And dances away from Frank Tate.
Never seen such leg speed. I haven't seen leg speed like that since Muhammad Ali. Man, he leaps like a kangaroo. He just gets away.
A gazelle-like move, tremendous cat-like move by the powerfully built Virgil Hill. He really has strong-looking legs as well.
Well, he does that, and he uses them so well. And he has fought a one-handed fight virtually. It's just been that left just continuously in the face of a guy that doesn't know what to do with it. Frank Tate just doesn't know how to block that punch.
They both met punches there. Again, Tate can't get through with the right. Hill just too quick.
Fight it out. Come on, fight it out. I'll hold it. Okay, that's it. That's it.
Soto saying, fight it out. Neither man willing to disengage, knowing that you can get hit when you go back from that.
And you know what's interesting? Just there, right above us,
Okay,
Virgil Hill
that's enough.
telegraphed the left and still made contact.
Well, when you got Frank Tate, you know you get one of those right-hand counters could turn this fight around. It's just not happening with Frank Tate. Just not happening.
Oh, right hand by Virgil Hill, a solid right. Rarely have we seen the right by Hill, and that time it connected.
But when it connects, it really does damage.
And I think Stacy McKinley might do some damage coming up.
You got to knock him out. You got to knock him out now. Deep breath. Listen. Frank, listen. You got to knock him out.
All right, guys, let me work on this cut.
You understand what I'm saying? You got to knock him out. You understand?
Come on, baby, let the right hand work. It's not the right. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is let the right
Keep
hand.
firing. Keep firing.
Tate continues to try to get, and he can't get to a superior fighter because Virgil Hill does this. He keeps coming back, punching, and with accuracy dominates him with the left. Here's the right on target. Look at this head, how far back it went. It's a miracle he didn't go down with that one.
Hand over on the inside, turn it over. Boom, right behind the ear, all right?
Watch him coming out of the breaks. He's gonna try some shit.
He's still trying to land that right hand. All right?
Here we go into round 11, the championship round. Tate really taking his time. He's not even up off the stool yet.
His corner is putting new tape in there.
They're waiting for the mouthpiece is the problem also. And finally, Tate says, come on, give me the mouthpiece. As weird as that mouthpiece is, he needed it. Well, I'll tell you what, Bertie, Virgil Hill, his stock really going up in this fight here tonight in front of a good crowd here, national audience, and people were calling him boring and laconic, and now he's really stepped it up.
Yeah, he's gained a new stature with his fight. He had a new level of ring generalship that heretofore we hadn't seen except in those track meets where he runs around. All of a sudden, he's found heart. He's found strength.
And a few years ago, after he lost to Tommy Hearns, he went down under to Australia to work with Johnny Lewis and Jeff Fennick on his aggression and his power. And it seems to be paying off now.
Yeah, he is now the complete light heavyweight champion.
He started out by working with the great Eddie Futch, then Freddie Roach, and then Johnny Lewis. Now he's got Mike Hall, Al Arcine, and Ray McCline, and his manager is Bill Sorensen, who also happens to be the mayor of Bismarck.
Yeah, he can run for re-election based off this fight.
Right now, yes, he's hoping. Left jab there by Frank Tate, but Hill comes back. Tate's got to knock him out if he has any ideas of pulling it out. All right. Well, says, come on, you're not doing anything.
Well, there's a nice, well-placed right hand by Virgil Hill. Didn't do any damage because it was light, but it was just perfect. If that had had steam, wow.
Hill also showing he's in excellent condition. On the balls of his feet, tippy toes, dancing around, and we're into round 11 late. Minute to go.
Tate's blinking a little bit from that eye, which is closing. The one that's had all that ointment on it. All that stuff isn't going to keep it from closing. It's blinking. Having a hard time seeing.
Hill just continues to have his way, upstairs and down.
Well, it certainly sets up a colossal battle with the other light heavyweight champion, doesn't it?
Yeah, you got Mark McCallum now.
Start thinking about that. If he finishes, and we got one more round to go, stranger things have happened.
But the notion of that sounds very entertaining. This terrific launching pad for the unification of the light heavyweight division here tonight.
Well, twice he's fought Tate and twice he's dominated.
Rowdy Rumps as Hill lands again. Final seconds of round 11. Right hand there by Tate, but not full impact.
That's exactly what you got to do. Beautiful.
Bloomberg, you done broke his will now.
That's right.
All right, he's a beat fighter.
Now, don't let him sneak.
Here we see Tate hurt. It looks like it hurts Virgil, but look how fast. Virgil says nothing to it, and he comes right back. Nothing seems to bother him tonight. And right off the bat, he starts to dominate Frank Tate again. It's been, no question about it, Virgil Hill's night.
Pour some on me. Pour some water on his head. I got him. Wait him down good. Wait him down good. Good shot. Good shot. Frank, you got to come out fighting now. You got to fight him this last round. Frank, you got to come out fighting. Uppercut and everything, okay?
Hard to hear, but the bell actually sounded as this crowd erupts for round 12. They touch gloves, and here we go. Virgil Hill in complete control up to this point. Frank Tate looking for the KO.
It's been a clean fight, no low blows, and very little dirty stuff, as opposed to that last one. It was all elbows and stepping on toes. Bernie Soto had not had to do much work tonight.
And even though Hill has dictated the pace, no knockdowns, a lot of slippages. Midway through the fight, Hill had Tate in tremendous trouble, but let him off the hook. Down behind the head goes Tate, apologizes.
Come on, let's go.
Little caution from the referee, Bernie Soto.
Watch it, watch it.
Keep it up, says Bernie Soto. things may get dirty this last round, and Frank Tate gets desperate.
That's a good point, because there were some dirty tactics in the first fight, particularly by Hill with some high elbows, and Frank Tate took exception. He said he would have to get dirty if possible. But it has been clean.
Virgil Hill is not doing what he does well, and that's dance. See?
The threat of stare is not.
Yeah, bouncing around. He really knows he can blow this round, and it doesn't make any difference.
Got to be careful. Once again, Frank Tate unable to get that proven right of his untracked by Virgil Hill, and Hill continues to land with the left.
That's because Tate has planted himself with his feet. He's not moving. He doesn't have the bounce to go get him.
Where he loaded up there with the right, but it didn't do anything. Final minute of the 12th.
Well, even when he's not fighting, Virgil Hill is winning this round because of his ring generalship and because Tate is paralyzed right in front of him.
And what does Tate have to lose right now? He should just go in and go for the knockout.
Yeah, and I'm afraid that mentally he quit about 3 or 4 rounds ago. His corner was correct.
Stacy McKinley was on the mark. 10 seconds to go, and you will hear a roar when this one ends. So there you have it. As the two fighters embrace, it was all Virgil Hill. Virgil Hill looking to successfully defend his WBA light heavyweight title for the 16th time overall, which is the most in light heavyweight history. Looking to make it 2 for 2 over his old Olympic teammate Frank Tate. Hill again looks to be reaping the benefits of the hometown advantage. Looking to make it 21-0 in the state of North Dakota, 14-0 in the capital city of Bismarck. A long night for Frank Tate. Let's take a look at some of the action, particularly midway through in round number 6. Frank Tate in the stripes and Virgil Hill in the dark trunks, in the black trunks. And here is the point where Frank Tate is in tremendous difficulty. Virgil Hill looking to end it right here. You see the crowd going wild in the background. Tate is rocked. He's groggy. He's wobbly. And this is the juncture where Hill could have ended it. But he could not put Frank Tate away. That was in the final 10 or so seconds of that round, the 6th round. The bell sounded, and Tate survived. But it could be all academic anyway, because it certainly appears as if Hill has it in the bag. Let's get the official decision from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Hey, champ. Great fight tonight, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Hubert Earl scores at 119-108. Judge Luis Rivera scores them at 119-107. Julio Rodon scores them at 118-110. All three in favor of the winner, and still champion, the pride of North Dakota, Virgil Quicksilver Hill.
Yes, indeed, a total wipeout for Virgil Hill, who retains his WBA light heavyweight championship. 119-108, 119-107, 118-110. No question about it. It was all Virgil Hill. The question now, will he finally take the plunge and look to unify the title? Really the purpose of this light heavyweight tournament in the first place. Looks like our man, the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, is set for post-fight reaction to the ring. So let's throw it up to Ferdy.
Do you expect this easy a day?
First of all, Freddie, I got to give thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Wasn't that easy. I got caught a couple times and stuff, and Frank was always in there, a gallant fighter. We knew he had a tough fight. Frank's probably one of the best light heavyweights out there.
In a moment, we're going to look at the 6th round where you almost put him out. Why didn't you put him out? The guy was waving in the wind.
Just conserve. I should have, but you know, we had a tough time making the weight this time and stuff, so we wanted to conserve. We knew that Frank was in good shape, and we didn't get him up out of there. We got another 6 rounds to go.
I want to show you what you did. Take a look at this, and you tell me what's happening. Now, this was a right hand that you hadn't been throwing, and then all of a sudden lands. You call it.
All right. Right here, he's in with the jab, and then left right hand. Bingo! Turned right into it. Because he had been countering me with the right hand, riding my jab back, countering me. And then like a spaz, I didn't put him away.
Not quite like a spaz.
Well, a little unprofessional, to say the least. Good body shot. I'm satisfied. We worked hard for this fight.
Now in the 4th round, did he stun you? He looked like he gave you a pretty good shot,
yeah,
and turned you around a little bit.
Yeah, he did. He hurt me a couple times in there with some good right hands, but you know, we trained real hard for the fight. We were in good condition, and we pretty much knew what to expect, the overhand right and the right uppercut, which he didn't throw much.
I think you established yourself solidly as a light heavyweight. You changed from the running style to really fighting hard, as you have done in these last 2 or 3 fights. Is that the new and highly respected Virgil Hill we're going to see from now on?
Well, that's the new and improved Virgil Hill that Mike Hall and Al Arcine and Ray McCline have brought out in me. You know, we do whatever it takes to win. You know, if we have a thinker like Frank is, you know, we got to press the action, because he's a thinker and an accomplished boxer. So I can't take anything away from him. It was a very tough fight.
You have a daunting task ahead of you in Mike McCallum, the new light heavyweight champion. That's a different story, and we'll get to that in a little while when you get arrested and we get to that fight beat mid. And of course, you're the guy that's going to make it.
Yes, I am. I thought that Virgil was just brilliant this evening. I think he fought a tremendous fight. I thought Frank was very formidable with them right-hand counter punches. And so Virgil demonstrated that he is indeed a new Virgil Hill. And so with Mike McCallum being there, we're going to try to unify the title. And these guys will be fighting each other soon on Showtime Championship Boxing. And I'm excited.
All right, one last word before we get back to Don King. Tell us about this fight.
Well, Freddie, I was in good condition. I was just resting, you know. I fought December the 18th in Pueblo, Mexico, and I haven't had a fight since. And a lot of people think it's just being in the gym, training hard, grinding, but that's not it.
You almost got knocked out there.
Well, I'm a tough man. I'm a tough man, you know. Only strong survive. You know, I don't take anything away from Virgil. It was just Virgil was here tonight and Frank Tate wasn't. And I'll take my hats off to him. And I wish the best man between him and Mike McCallum good luck.
Thank you very much. Very noble of you. And now let's get to different subjects we got to get to. The first one, a little unpleasant. You have been indicted because of what they call insurance fraud.